So my family and I went to Broken Bow, Oklahoma for 2 nights over winter break. As soon as we arrived, we got straight to work unloading the car. But the fun didn't stop there. I decided to check out the woods behind the house and found some cool slate rocks.
You know what we're gonna do with this.
Now let's check out the house. It's one of the biggest showers I've ever seen.
Could fall asleep in there, definitely.
Now let's go check up upstairs.
Oh my god.
Look!
Baseball arcade machine. Look at this.
Not a bad spot to start the adventure. After a bit, our friends arrived and the whole gang was ready to go. When it got darker, we drove into the park to look at the stars. It was hard to get a good picture, but trust me, it was amazing. We came back, played board games, sang some karaoke, and of course, ate some snacks. It was a great way to wind down before bed. The next morning, we fueled up with a big breakfast because we were ready for a day of adventure in the park. First stop, Crystal Point for some fishing. It was super windy, but that didn't stop us. Mason and Jax went rock hunting while I waded in the water. And let me tell you, it was freezing. When the fish weren't biting, we decided to take a break and bike around the point. Gotta keep the energy up for the next spot. We headed into town for a late lunch at the Ho Chi Town Saloon. Great food, good vibes, and helped us warm up from the cold. After lunch, we grabbed some minnows at the bait shop and headed out to Evening Hole. Google said it was the place to catch trout. We started fishing from the bridge, and I actually had a fish on the line, but it got away. No worries. I walked down to the bank and tried again. And bam! First trout, a beautiful rainbow trout. What a rush. After the fishing, we stopped at the candy store for some treats. Cotton candy and Bean and Boozled jelly beans, of course. We soaked in the hot tub, ate some beans, and gambled on which flavor we'd get. Spoiler, some of them were not peach. Miss Nora brought sparklers, so we played with those and kept warm by the fire. And then, me and Mr. Mardick wrote up some amazing steaks. We had an intense foosball tournament cuddled with Tater Tot. Of course he came with us. And got ready to bring in the new year. Some of us didn't make it to midnight, but Alex and I hung in there and saw the ball drop. The next morning, it was time to pack up, and trust me, we didn't want to leave. Before we hit the road, we swung by the bait shop for round 2 of fishing. We tried the spillway first, had a few bites, but no fish. Back to Evening Hole it was. Mason hooked a huge trout, but it was my turn to reel it in. This time, I wasn't letting it go. We did it, my second trout of the trip. This one was even bigger. We ended up the trip on a high note. Another unforgettable adventure in the books.